The assassin received a mission to eliminate the President of the United States. The bounty offered reached 100 million. To create the perfect opportunity for the assassination, he first killed a company janitor, then disguised himself to look exactly like the man he repeatedly listened to recordings of the janitor voice, carefully learning the old and indifferent tone. After the assassin finished all preparations, the Jackal arrived at the building where the janitor worked. Using an extremely advanced technique, he successfully fooled the facial recognition at the entrance. He then smoothly made his way into the workspace. There he saw the target meant to be eliminated. The assassin pulled out a silenced pistol from his bag. Just then, other people pushed the door open and entered. But the assassin showed no fear at all because his weapon was already in his hand. After the gunshot, security rushed toward the sound. Facing the sudden arrival of the guard, the assassin did not hesitate and shot him directly. The target immediately fled the area. The Jackal chased him all the way to the stairwell. Holding his breath, he aimed and fired, hitting the target. The target screamed in terror, thinking he would die on the spot. But the assassin turned around and left. He then made his way to the top of the building, watching police cars rapidly arrive below. Yet he remained completely calm because he had already planned how to deal with this. After throwing down 2 smoke grenades, he quickly rappelled down the building using a rope. After escaping safely, he returned to his hotel. He removed the elderly disguise. Once the makeup was gone, with the mission complete, he vanished perfectly. While police were still conducting a full-scale search, the assassin had already reached the border. He calmly passed through a patrol inspection. The pre-prepared fake passport successfully helped him get through. Fortunately, the officers did not closely examine his luggage, and the assassin left the city without any trouble. The assassin opened his computer and discovered something serious. The job he worked so hard to finish never paid the final amount. The unethical client even mocked him through the screen. The unpaid balance totaled 3,750,000 euros. It was the first time anyone had skipped paying him, and the anger kept growing. He immediately logged into his bank account and traced the source of the initial payment for the job. Strangely, even the bank manager could not identify the real sender. They only knew the money came from Munich, Germany. The Jackal frowned deeply because that was the same city where he assassinated the Prime Minister. Despite the risk of exposing his trail, he decided to return to Germany under a new identity. He went straight to his private bank vault and selected a forged German passport. Then he drove across the German border toward Munich. When the assassin arrived at a local bank, he transformed into a British businessman visiting from abroad. Using the excuse of a business partner, he requested the sender name. This led him to a small, obscure company. The Jackal dug deeper into its ownership structure, eventually tracing it to a trust company. He spent the entire night reviewing everything on the company website. In a set of annual event photos, he spotted a familiar face. It was the same target he had shot in the leg. He realized this man was the one behind the assassination contract. A perfect idea formed in the Jackal mind. He immediately looked up the date of the Prime Minister funeral. On the day of the funeral, the Jackal wore a uniform identical to the official driver and appeared in the garage carrying a weapon. The fearful driver cooperated completely and climbed into the trunk as instructed, but the assassin coldly killed him with the weapon. The Jackal then put on glasses and took the driver's seat. Not long after, he successfully picked up Elia. As the car passed a corner, he suddenly shot and killed the guard in the front seat. Then he made a sharp turn and drifted away from the motorcade. The head of security sensed something wrong and immediately chased after them. Elia was already terrified and called the security chief for help, but the Jackal had no intention of stopping him. Using superior driving skills, he cut through a scaffold zone and completely shook off the pursuing vehicle. After turning into a quiet alley, Elia finally understood who the man in front of him was. He raised both hands and desperately tried to explain, but their conflict was no longer about money. After successfully killing the target, the assassin stepped out and changed his clothes. Then he activated a homemade bomb prepared in advance and vanished silently into a narrow alley. When the security chief arrived at the scene, the bomb exploded right in front of him.